Thanks, Miriam. It's too high for you. Bang up, hey, Barbara. It's okay.
Okay, hi. I'm Miriam, Esther Aegis from Boston, and my monologue is called The Mikveh Mission, Potholes on the Way to Purity.
Love it, I love it. Yeah.
My first experience going to a mikveh was almost a nightmare. Being a Balat Tshuva, I hardly knew anything about Jewish life. But I fell in love with Judaism, and I felt really moved to become spiritually pure. So I asked my rabbi's wife at the Chabad if it would be appropriate for me to go to a mikveh, considering that I'm, well, past that you-know-what stage of life. And she said, yes, absolutely. She'd make the plans and go with me. Oh, I was so excited. At last, the big day arrived. I soaked and scrubbed in the tub until my skin looked like prunes. And I felt kind of weak from the hot water. But I managed to drive for a full hour to get to the mikveh. Leah met me there, my rabbi's wife, and said she'd be down the street at a meeting and to call her when it was my turn to dip. I was so excited. I entered the building, but all of a sudden I got a creepy feeling because the matron of the mikveh was just standing there staring at me. Maybe because she saw that I wasn't a spring chicken. I didn't know, but it made me so nervous I blurted out, "Hello, this is my very first time at a mikveh." Oy, saying that was my first mistake.
Are you married?
No, I'm divorced.
What is your menstrual status?
I selected multiple choice answer C.
Then why are you here?
I want to become spiritually pure. So she told me because I wasn't married or about to be married, and I was past that you-know-what stage of life, that she'd have to talk to her boss to get permission for me to go in the mikveh. Well, I was getting desperate. So I told her that I was getting married. I don't like to lie, but I rationalized that I wasn't lying because I wanted to get married. So she says,
When are you getting married?
"Oh, sometime."
Are you engaged?
Not yet. I have a boyfriend, but he's taking his time proposing. Oy, saying that was my second mistake. She exploded! She said,
That's the very reason you should not go into a mikveh. If you get spiritually clean, you might think you can touch a man.
"Huh? What does that have to do with going to the mikveh? I don't understand. I just want to get spiritually clean." Oy vey, I'm so confused. But I thought that that I might have some success if I told her that my rabbi's wife approved of me going into the mikveh. So I put the grouch on the cell phone with Leah, and after the call, she said to me,
Your rabbi and his wife are mashuganas!
oh, I didn't like her saying that. And I felt that this matron needed to take a deep dip to get pure in her spirit. So, actually, at that point, I didn't even think of her as a matron. I decided she was a battle axe. So, as the battle axe was calling her boss, I thought, I wonder who her boss is. Oh, I was mortified when she told me that her boss is the Bostoner Rebbe. Oy vey, the Bostoner Rebbe! I hope she doesn't give him my name. Oh. Well, after she called the Rebbe, she said that he said I could go into the mikveh just for an experience, but it wouldn't have any religious significance. from that. So I quickly called Leah and told her, and she said, look, just thank the matron and leave, and don't worry, I'm making other arrangements for you. Oh, I was so relieved. So I politely thanked the matron, well, the battle axe, and left. Bye-bye! And I went to this kabad with Leah that had a mikvah, and as we entered, the rabbits in there greeted us. And she was the exact opposite of the battle axe.
Great.
She had the smile of an angel. And this place was gorgeous. It was nicer than a 5-star hotel spa. So I figured at this point, things would start to go smoothly. But when Leah told me to remove all my jewelry, somehow the chain on my brand new solid gold anklet was so tangled that the clasp wouldn't open. And Leah said, if you can't remove the anklet, you'll have to do the mikvah another time. Another time? Are you kidding me? After all I've been through? The 7-day test, the tub soak, dealing with that battle axe? Oh, I'm getting this anklet off, no matter what. So I took some tweezers and tried to remove it, but that didn't work. But having invincible determination, I decided to try to cut the anklet off with scissors. Well, that didn't work either. So I said a very short prayer to God, asking for help. And after a little more fiddling with the anklet, voila! It miraculously came off. Boy, prayers really do work. Mikvah, here I come. So I got into the shower and I soaked up from head to toe, but all of a sudden the water in the shower became burning hot. I frantically turned the shower knob every which way, but it wouldn't cool off. But I was going into that mikvah no matter what. Remember, I had the invincible determination.
Yeah.
So somehow I managed to rinse off all the shampoo and soap, but my skin was burning and turning beet red. Oh God, please let this be the last challenge. At last, I walked into the mikvah room with Leah, went down the stairs into the water, and after my last dip, Leah left the room so that I could meditate while still in the water. I have never in my life felt so serene, peaceful, and close to God. And, you know, I really think that all these challenges happened so that the experience would be more meaningful. I actually, looking back, I find it kind of comical. But the important thing to me is that I didn't give up in the face of adversity and that I accomplished my mikvah mission with the help of God.
Woo! All right.